and that'll bring out Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers at the 25. A 10-7 year, the number 6 seed. And again, that magnificent comeback last week, down 17 in that first half, winning it in overtime against the Rams. And Jimmy Garoppolo, Tony, the second half of the season since week 9, third highest rated quarterback in the league. It got better as the year went on.
Yes, and a lot of that you're going to find today is because of Samuel. They move him all around. The wide receiver on the outside, he plays running back. After the Rams game in week 10, teams have really had a hard time with it.
And the throw, straight drop back to begin it. Pass across the middle, and it's caught. And that is Samuel. But there's a flag, and it might be a pre-snap penalty against San Francisco.
Yeah, you saw the left tackle right there kind of jump out of his stance. Williams.
Which was on infraction. Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So the play will hold up.
And that means that 94 is across that line right there. And that made Williams 71 jump, and it's a right call. And this is the nerves right at the beginning of this game. You got to keep it in check, Jim. Kyle Shanahan talked about it. So did Mike McCarthy. Stay even-keeled. You're going to have plenty of energy.
Well, the pre-snap penalty actually rules, so it's a 1st and 5 for the Cowboys.
Right here's the key we talked about.
For the 49ers, and here you want to talk about what we're going to be watching all day long. Debo.
Debo Samuel, 19, a wide receiver. In week 10, they put him back there, and it's really helped this offense. It shows you defensively, some of these corners who are guarding him got to get in there and help in the run game all of a sudden.
Here they toss it to him. He's going to go right between the tackles, and look at him go. What a blend he is of power and speed. And they have found something special with him being able to run not just on the outside, but on the inside. It's been a big difference maker for him.
It's just rare. I mean, to have the ability to have a wide receiver come in. I'm starting the game in a playoff game and putting him at running back and giving him the ball right away. And you could see it's really hard on defenses because you kind of have to play zone. But the Cowboys don't like playing zone, Jim. They play man all the time. So it's going to be a cat and mouse game today. And that's going to be interesting to watch as this goes along.
Again, it's back to Debo. And Gregory's on him quickly. Flattens him after a gain of 1. Dan Quinn's defense for the Cowboys. This team, this defensive side, led the league in takeaways, Tony, with 34.
Yeah, they're really good on all 3 levels. They can run, they're fast, explosive up front, create a ton of turnovers. When the ball's in the air, they get to it. But I think you just saw, to me, the really exciting part is what they're doing early in the game up front to stop that run, because if the Niners get that going, everything opens up in the play action game. They went all out pressure on the last one. That's aggressive early in a game, Jim.
Elijah Mitchell now, the running back on 2nd and 9. You fake it to him, bootleg. Garoppolo looks down the field, lofts it softly, and it's caught. That is caught by Travis Benjamin. Not exactly who you would have thought would be the first guy they throw it to. Gain of 17 for number 17.
Well, and they get everyone. It's a zone coverage. When someone doesn't run all the way across the field with you, normally the Cowboys do that. But that's what you talked about earlier. When he comes in the game, you're like, oh, it's probably a run. He doesn't get a lot of targets. Well, Kyle Shanahan knows that. He's really gifted at understanding the analytics side of it.
Yeah, Benjamin, who's made his mark in this league, you could argue primarily as a punt returner for Cleveland and the Chargers. Now, 1st and 10 from the Cowboy 43. Garoppolo able to find Ayuk. And he's got another first down. And let's get a peek at the Romo report when the 49ers have the football.
Well, this is a really difficult thing because no one is better than Kyle Shanahan at making the eye discipline down here. You can't get caught up in all the stuff going at you. The Niners stay on schedule is basically run the football, screen, quick passes, play action, but the eye discipline, you saw it on the last play, 27 Kearse gets out of position because he thought it was a run. You just got to stay in your position, play physical football.
2 tight ends, Warner joining Kittle. 1st and 10 run, Mitchell gets past the wave, and he's inside the 20 before he's thrown down by Van Der Esch. Tomlinson with a big block that opened up a hole for 13.
Well, this is the part of the game. Pressure earlier stopped it, so they bring it back. You're going to see 27. He's going to come in, Kearse, and try and disrupt this play. It gives you opportunities. He's faking like he's not coming, and boom, the Niners gash it. And if they don't hit you in the backfield when they pressure Jim, it's going to be a long day.
Boy, Kittle threw some block on Parsons, didn't he? That's 3 straight plays for 10+ for San Francisco.
How good is he at blocking? I mean,
at everything.
Yeah, and we'll get another one here.
Set up a screen, wide receiver screen. Samuel breaking tackles, carrying Cowboys with him down to the 4.
Thought there was going to be an offside or
no flag though. I did
that's
too.
Shocking but it's a screen. It's actually not a bad thing to let him get further in the backfield when you're throwing a screen out to the side.
15-yard pickup, 4 straight plays for 10+, and now set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the #1 red zone offense in the National Football League this year, scoring touchdowns more than 2/3 of the time.
Juszczyk, the fullback. Mitchell, the running back. They toss it to him. Juszczyk out in front. Throws the block. Mitchell to the corner. And the 49ers take it the distance on the opening drive for the touchdown.
Wow, what an opening drive. And you're nervous right now if you're a Cowboy fan. As a Niner fan, you felt comfortable coming into this game. Having a coach like Kyle Shanahan right there, one of the top minds in the National Football League. Watch right there, 44. Juszczyk. I mean, he gets out, he's juiced to everyone around in the facility. 44 juice, that's what I'm going with the rest of the day.
And Ayuk also 11 on 11, taking out Parsons. And Mitchell finds the corner. What an impressive start in 7 plays. They take it to 75 yards. Gold extra point is good. Just a little more than 4 minutes to make a statement.
Yeah, that was, if you're a Niner fan, this is outstanding. You feel really good right now. Nervous as a Cowboy fan.
What a find in the 6th round out of Louisiana, Lafayette, Louisiana. Elijah Mitchell, 2nd leading rookie rusher in the league to Najee Harris to Pittsburgh. And he had over 1,100 scrimmage yards for the 49ers. Played only 11 games this year.
That's a great find right there. You got to give
John
Lynch credit.
All of his people. Yep.
Someone in the 6th round is playing such a big role.
And Kyle Shanahan telling us they couldn't believe he was there. They wanted him in the 4th or 5th, but they went with some needs, and they had to take him 6th. Meanwhile, you got Dak Prescott at home this year. Look at the numbers. He's thrown for at least 2 touchdowns in every home game. 23 versus 2 total. And here come the Cowboys, the NFC East champions at 12-5. Rolling out, rolling, and throws it away in the area of CeeDee Lamb.
Well, this is the part right here. You got to control your nerves. Garoppolo got a little help with the penalty call in the 1st. Dak actually misses the over route coming across, but gets it out. A lot of that's just getting settled into the game. You'll see coming across the field underneath right there. Schultz was wide open, actually.
Alshire was moving in on Prescott. There you see Bosa ready to tee it up with his 15.5 sacks. 2nd and 10. They go Elliott, and he is swamped right after the handoff exchange by Greenlaw.
Oh, and he came back last week, and you saw it leapt out on the tape. He was out for the majority of the season, but that adds another element, and this offensive line has its challenge ahead of them today, Jim.
Hey, Tony, this is only the 2nd time all season that their base 5, this 5, have started a game together. Just the 2nd time all year, with injuries, suspensions, and just the ever-changing lineup. And now they've got what they want. But
what a time to have it, right?
Yeah, but 3rd and 13 to start. Pressure, and Bosa's there! Nick Bosa got to him back at the 10-yard line. And a loss of 10.
This is a great stunt. You're going to help out on Bosa. So we're going to go ahead, Dalton Schultz. We're going to help chip you. Nope. I'm going to go up and under. And this is a wonderfully designed play, right? I'm going to chip you right here, so we got double team help. No. You go up and under, and that creates, you got to have movement. The Cowboys are too good to go toe-to-toe and win over and over again. You got to have movement up front.
Here's Hanger. Bosa was saying this week he thought the Cowboy offensive line was beatable, and he beats them on the 3rd snap of the game for Dallas. Travis Benjamin shakes off the first hit, turns it upfield, and the 49ers will love this starting point, the 42-yard line. After already having put up a quick 7, Bosa backing up his words. 2nd possession. 49ers from the gun started. And the heavy pressure influenced that pass intended for Mitchell. That opening drive, it was a beauty for San Francisco.
It really was. You see just the movement they get displacing the people up front. I mean, look at this, the cutoff block, and then Kittle getting up on Parsons. And you see the crack block. You can juice right there. Really, that's concerning for me, Dallas. We knew it was going to be hard in the interior, right? But oh boy.
Parsons was putting pressure on Garoppolo, and they got shaken up and helped to the sideline.
Oh, yes.
Helmet to helmet hit. The Trent Williams, the decorated rookie who had 13 sacks, replaced by Gifford. Here's a 2nd and 10. Pass out of reach, trying to get to Jennings.
Well, the ball goes at Diggs on a slant, which is the right kind of a call here. You kind of wish you'd run the ball a little bit after the first drive having so much success if you're a Niner fan, but this is a huge stop right here for the Cowboys. You do not want to get down 2 scores and have that energy you feel, just get away from you. A lot of pressure to open this game by Dan Quinn. A little different. I mean, they're doing it on early downs, Jim. This place is going to get loud.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Watch Kittle, curses on him. Garoppolo lofts it. Caught! Jennings, 1st down. Got it with a yard to spare.
You talked about it in the opening on the big time throws on that drive to get the Niners in the playoffs against the Rams last week. And this will go right up there if they somehow come out of this with a victory today. Jennings had huge 3rd down catches last week and shows up again.
Boy, he plays with some kind of passion. Kyle Shanahan extolling what he could bring to this team. We met with him this week. Here's Mitchell. Got hit, bounces off of it. Able to make something out of what looked like no gain. Picks up 4. Broke away from Van Der Esch.
He's good after contact. 4th in the NFL. Yards after contact.
Here's Elijah Mitchell. He's had at least 20 attempts his last 5 games he's played. And again, we talk about another guy drafted in the 6th round at 199. He was at 194 before somebody finally took him, and the 49ers were elated that he was there waiting for him.
That's just a great find, and he's in as big a moment he's ever been in right now.
2nd and 6. Gets another handle. Got all kinds of room. What a job by that offensive line. They just blew out the defensive front for Dallas, and he picks up another 9. You wanted to see him run the football. They've done it the last 2 plays, Tone.
Yeah, they have. And this is where once you start to feel like they're an outside zone team, which means they're always running out and wide, they all of a sudden pull everybody and come back inside. See everyone, the width? That's the eye candy. We talk the eye discipline. Key for the Cowboys. You got to do your job. Don't see all the randomness happening. And right now, they're not doing a good enough job with it.
Brunskill pulling on that one, and one of those that opened up that gap. 1st down in the Dallas 34. 3rd straight carry. Mitchell chugs along for another 4 or 5. Well, one thing Shanahan had 2 years ago when he won the NFC is they had a running back that they could rely on in Mostert when they got to the postseason. Remember, he had that 220-yard game against Green Bay in the NFC Championship game, and he feels like he's got that back again this year in Elijah Mitchell.
They're just different. I don't think everyone really knows how good this team, like the metrics tell you, this is a top 10 team on offense and defense. They're one of only 6 teams in the league like that. It's just a tough division they played in.
They fake it this time to Mitchell. Garoppolo swings it over to him, and oh, what a loss this is going to be. Back at the 41. Dorrance Armstrong was waiting for that to come back his way, and it's a loss of 11 on the completion.
Well, it's going to be a throwback pass, and Wilson, you just made one of the biggest plays of the day in the Cowboys, because go ahead and watch Kittle coming up back this side. He's going to be a play fake. He's going to come out over here, and look at Kittle going up that sideline. That was a touchdown that Wilson saved.
Parsons remains out for the Cowboy defense. 3rd and 16. Now it's awful close to a delay of game. No flag. Garoppolo. Not now. There was a whistle. So loud in here, I think no one heard it on the field.
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 4th down.
Alex Kemp, the referee today.
Yeah.
And Jimmy's trying to go. It's just really loud. That's a huge penalty. Can they kick a field goal from here, Jay Feely, who's with us today?
Well, Tony, Robbie Gold, long of 52 the last 3 years, although he went back to 55 in warm-ups.
That means they got to get at least how many yards, Jim?
They need another 7 or 8 yards.
Okay,
there you go.
I'm back on.
3rd and 21. His use check. Well, they've got the yardage for the field goal attempt that we just calculated. That's down to the 36, would be about a 54-yard attempt. Gregory was putting pressure on Garoppolo, and Robbie comes out.
Jimmy does a great job of getting that ball out and checking down. You're going to want to get that first down, get a lot of yards, with the ability to get it out of your hand and create positive plays for a possible field goal.
You heard Jay say it. His season long was 52. He was making them from 55 in warm-ups. This will be 53. 20 of 23 on the year. What a week he had last week. Emergency duty as a punter as well. And Robbie Gold has never missed in the postseason. Now 16 of 16 in his career.
I know you waited till he gets. You were not going to.
I was not going on the front end of that one. Had the back end that note.
We're going to need to do something here.
Facing the Jones, and Pollard pauses, takes off, gets a good block from Turner, and a fine return, but there are flags. There are 3 flags between the 20 and 30.
And this is part of what I thought was going to be a big key to this game, is just neither one of these teams are very good with penalties. And the Cowboys untimely this year.
During the return, holding, receiving team number 57. Half the distance to the goal line. 1st down, Cowboys.
Called on Luke Gifford, considered the league's most prestigious honor, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award, recognizing players who not only exhibit excellence on the field, but their passion, they bring it to impact lives of others beyond the game. It's led to a positive legacy in their communities. This year's nominee for San Francisco is Eric Armstead. For Dallas, it's Dak Prescott. This year's winner to be announced at the NFL Honors on Thursday, February 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC. That ball goes out of bounds at the hands of Cooper, and it's incomplete. As the leader of the 49ers Player Social Justice Council, Armstead focuses much of his attention on providing underserved youth with equal opportunities for success. And meanwhile, Dak's Faith, Fight, Finish Foundation aims at empowering individuals, families, and communities to find strength through adversity.
Well, he's going to need to find strength through adversity, because this is it right here.
Facing it right now. Here's a 2nd and 10. And that's the first positive yardage they've managed in their 5th snap. Cooper with the catch. And it's a 1st down for Dallas.
And that'll let you breathe a little bit. I mean, right there, it's like you just need to get a 1st down. You can't come out here and go 2, 3 and outs, you know, to start the playoff game. Do you remember the last time these two played? It's going to be a big matchup there with Collins and Bosa. In '94.
Yep.
In the playoffs.
NFC Championship game for the 3rd straight year.
Yeah, and that was like wow, that was the biggest kind of thing ever, it felt like.
Elliott for about 4. Let's go to Trace.
Jim, you saw Dallas linebacker Micah Parsons in and out on that last drive. Athletic trainers not looking at him, but remember, he missed last week with COVID. He said he did have some symptoms. He said he came in really refreshed, but you wonder if the stamina is a little bit of an issue right now.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on him. Such a vital part of that Dallas defense. 2nd and 6. Out of the backfield, and that's incomplete off the hands of Elliott. Yeah, that '94 game, we were talking to Dak, who grew up being a Cowboy fan, calls himself a nerd of the Cowboys history. Knew all about that '94 game and the other ones too, those 3 straight years for the right to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and that was such a big one. In that game, Cowboys got behind just like this, and they just couldn't make it up. You can't get too far behind. Eric Davis with the interception on the 1st drive, and then he got a ball and knocked it out. They got a fumble, and all of a sudden you're in a huge hole. They came storming back, but it was just too much to overcome. And it's getting to that point where it's like you can't get down another score.
3rd and 6. Bosa goes low, And Prescott tiptoes around. There's a flag down in the backfield as Lamb catches it, but it's probably coming back. Tackled down by Greenlaw, but once he looks the other way, he's going to see everybody retreating. Wiping out a 32-yard gain.
I'm going to guess it's Connor Williams, 52.
Offense number 52. 10-yard penalty, 4 down.
And that's his 11th holding penalty this year. 52 Williams, that's leading the National Football League. And that's why you see 52 right there.
Bosa try to
pulling him down. Wow, what a rush right there by Key, who comes in third downs. Number 98, specialty rusher there.
This defensive front last week, what a game they played, especially in the late going, all over Stafford, making the Key stop once they decided to punt away inside 2 minutes.
Yes, I mean, that's why this is a really tough opponent. They just rush forward. They don't blitz very often. It's just sprinkled in once in a blue moon. But this is a wide 9 technique. They get out there and rush.
3rd and 16. There's Wilson tossing it back and out of bounds. That was a design play to come back over to Pollard.
Wow, that was actually a brilliant play by Kellen Moore. It kind of looks silly now. But you'll see this is going to be a first down if he just tosses it. He just felt a little nervous there. But if you see, there's wide open space in front of Pollard.
Missed by that much.
Yeah, that was just a bit outside.
Yeah. Benjamin waiting for the return. Anger. 4th highest in NFL history net average this year. Near 45 a punt. And he earns the fair catch of Benjamin back at the 22. It's been all Niners in this opening quarter. 10-0. San Francisco getting down and a field goal. Parsons back out there for the Cowboy defense. They run it. Mitchell. And they're on him quickly for a loss of 1. And let's take a quick look at Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
Well, when you talk about guys who can run when they get the ball in their hands, plus 782 yak, which is yards after catch over expected. Samuel most in the NFL. But right behind him is another really good one, George Kittle, who's exceptional in his own right when he gets the ball in his hands. But those are the way for the Cowboys to stop the Niners. It's the negative plays. They have to be able to get some of those and make it so they turn into a drop back team, not a run play action team.
Here's the handoff again to Mitchell. They had Samuel lined up in the backfield as well. He's going to set up 3rd and about 5. So Parsons, we saw him get taken out on a couple of plays, blocked brilliantly in that opening drive, and then he got shaken up. But what a season, Tony, for the rookie out of Penn State.
Wow, did they hit a home run? The Jones family, Will McClay coming out and making that pick. I mean,
shattered the Cowboy rookie record for sacks. DeMarcus Ware, Harvey Martin, Willie Towns, some of those who had big numbers. Oh, they got movement again on the Trent Williams side against Gregory.
Oh, this is a killer if you're the Cowboys, if they call a offside here. Or is it that Williams moved? Because this is going to be really close to a first down. One of the keys to the game, the Cowboys too many timely penalties.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 94.
That's twice.
5-yard penalty. It's enough for a first down.
That's twice in the neutral zone for Gregory.
You just can't. I mean, these are playoff games, and you know, it's like things, right? It's not a big deal. But they only catch up to you when they catch up to you. And when the season's on the line, you're not great at something, you need to change it, and they haven't been able to. You see the left side over here. Gregory trying to get that start. You lift the leg on the road, the center goes up, and sometimes the ball comes. Sometimes they have to lift the leg twice.
McCarthy not agreeing with that. Samuel, the running back.
Well, right here, Gregory's got to look at the football, not the people.
Little jet sweep. Ayuk around the corner and a gain of 9. Before everybody splashes out of bounds.
Now, it's so creative, so diverse. Just watch this left side. Gregory's going to think he's about to get blocked. Goes into someone. Oh, just the momentum there. And then that's all it takes sometimes. Because if all of a sudden he expects that play, he can make it a 3-4 yard loss.
Garoppolo, this is his 51st career start, regular and post. Remember, 2 of them were with New England. 48 in the 49ers uniform. What a record he has. 2nd and 1. Timeout called by the 49ers. The Garoppolo record, including the 2 wins as a starter at New England, is 35-15. He's a winner. Look what's happened without him at San Francisco.
Yes, I mean, right now, people, they want to be like, well, he's not good enough. I'm like, he wins. Kyle definitely is a special coordinator, but you see what he does when Jimmy's on the field. I mean, they're really tough to beat, and this team has a chance today, I think, to change his future himself today. If he wins this game and plays good, and what he did last week, wow.
There they go with Mitchell, and the Cowboys with the perfect pursuit, including Parsons, making his first play of the game.
And that's a big one. Van Der Esch, Parsons come flying in, making it a more difficult 3rd down now.
Which will come at the start of the 2nd quarter. 10-0. 49ers on the road with an impressive opening quarter.
That's what they wanted.
3rd and 3. Parsons ready to pounce. He's coming. Garoppolo across the middle. Got the first down. Debo down to the 42-yard line. Pick up a 19 on a 3rd and 3.
Well, they get the zone in and out right there. Both guys are off too much right there. You got to get closer and tighter on 3rd and medium and short. Samuel does a great job, catches a lot of passes on the inside, him and Kittle. And they're great, as we showed you earlier, next-gen stats, yards after the catch.
49ers have more first downs, 9, than plays run by the Cowboys, 8. First down from the 42. Samuel out for this play. Handoff, Mitchell tries to turn it upfield. The Cowboys do not bend. Again, Parsons makes a tackle at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Parsons really has made 2 or 3 plays now, and he's key. His ability to be in there, just winning the one-on-one matchup.
Parsons first team All-Pro named this week, along with Zach Martin from the Cowboys, Trayvon Diggs, first teamers, Trent Williams and Debo Samuel, first team All-Pro for the 49ers. Second and 10. Samuel back in. Look at these 2 backs. Who do they go to? They go to Debo. Surveying, looking, and the edge is cut off. No angle. Maybe picked up a yard. You're back to that math again. How much yardage do you need to pick up enough to maybe give Robbie Gould another chance for a field goal? You're probably about 4 or 5 yards away from that.
Well, I think his long this year is 53 yards.
Very good of you.
It was 52 earlier. But,
that long-term memory of yours never fails.
Never fails. What were we talking about?
3rd and 9 it is. Cowboys need to come up with a play.
So they got Juice in the backfield. They're going to motion him out. There he goes, 44. You get to understand it's man-to-man coverage.
Garoppolo stepping up. Throws on the run. What a catch. Wow. And reaching out for the first down, Ayuk. And they give him the spot. They'll move the chains.
Wow, what a catch by Ayuk. I mean, that was really high level. Watch 11 on the right side of your screen. He's going to go up, and it's almost like a one-handed. Ayuk. Oh, my goodness. That was right there, the extra effort, because you might not have been able to get that spot. And there's been a few of those extra effort plays. Jimmy playing really, comfortable right now, especially in those uncomfortable situations.
Just the awareness of Ayuk to know that, am I going to get the forward progress or not? Let me make another effort. Picks up the first. Back to the ground. And an opening for about 4, maybe 5. Already, 49ers with 54 rushing yards in this game. Cowboys 1. They've run 24 plays. Again, Dallas offense has barely been on the field. Only 8 snaps. 3rd drive, 3rd time in Dallas territory. They scored touchdown, field goal, first 2 times. Garoppolo, there you see it. 9 of 11 overall for 91 yards. 2nd and 5. Tripped up and gets away from that in the backfield. Picks up 2. Is able to sidestep Basham, who had him for a loss.
It was a really good cut. Basham comes flying in and disrupts the play. That's part of what you have to do. I mean, the plays that have been successful for Dallas to stop the run is one guy almost disrupting, you know, 2 people. When all these guys start flowing, you got to knock someone back into somebody, and they've been doing that on the minus plays, but not enough on the other ones, obviously.
Another 3rd down coming up. 3 out of 4 so far converting.
Well, you got Samuel in the backfield, the wide receiver. Juice motions out, so you actually have your running back out here. When he gets back in there, you can run the ball.
Debo able to fight for 2 yards. Could have been a no gain. Well, it's going to be a long yard on 4th down.
And that's one of the things every week that Kyle Shanahan looks at. When you put the receiver in the backfield, does a corner like Diggs, let's say, oh, you want him to cover your top receiver? He goes in there. Well, he's got to stop the run as Kyle elects
to go for the points. 4th and 1 in a year where all you see is everybody going for it on 4th down, playoff time. Hey, you never know. You got Robbie Gould. He's already made it from 53. This will be 40. Trying to add another 3. And no problem. Right down the middle. 13-0. The 49ers. 9:40 to go, first half. ESPN, Tracy's report, pretty accurate there. Stamina could be an issue with Parsons getting oxygen on the bench. Here's Pollard. Pollard out to the 33. He is some weapon in the kick game.
They got to use him today. I really think he's one of the big keys for them to win this game.
Well, the Big O, the leading scoring offense in the league, 31.2, second most average in Cowboy history, 64 total touchdowns. They had, well, 40 overall by the team as far as touchdown passes. And second best as far as total yards per game. That led the league in total offense, 407. They had actually 22 different players score a touchdown, which is an NFL all-time record in the season.
Yeah, you're seeing the Niners do what the Cowboys usually do to opponents.
Elliott for about 5. They had 9 non-offensive touchdowns, 6 by the defense, and 3 in the return game, including 2 punt return or block punt returns for scores. So the Cowboys, yeah, they put up a lot of points, but nothing to show for so far.
The Cowboys really are they're really difficult to beat, I should say, when they can run the football. San Francisco is very similar because they both get the lead, then that D-line gets to tee off. But that's why this beginning of the game was so important in a game like this.
We go back to Zeke, and he surges ahead for a first down.
Because if you're Dallas, it's like, how long do you stay patient? They should. Right now, there's a ton of game left, right? But every drive that gets away from you, and they go kick another field goal, it gets harder for Kellen Moore right there to keep calling these simple run plays. But they can mash you. The Cowboys are so physical. 11-0 this year when they rush for 100 yards. It's not rocket science with this team. It's been like that for a while with this offensive line. They need to stick with it today.
Now Pollard with 2 offensive linemen in the backfield, including McGovern. Here's Pollard turning it upfield. He's got a gain of about 8. McGovern, I mentioned, got a nice block on Bosa to help open up that. So the Cowboys going back to the run game first 3 snaps of this drive.
Yeah, and earlier they had a good drop back pass to get with the 2 guys in the backfield, but you see they're still lined up over there. 2 linemen on the outside, which shows it's going to be a run over here or a simple pass play action down here.
It's to Lamb. Like a backwards pass, but Lamb able to pick up the first down, and they've crossed midfield the previous play for the first time in this game.
That's the thing. Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn, I think you expect 1 or 2 of these guys to be gone. The coordinators for the Cowboys, outstanding this year with development plays. They're diverse. Their scheme is, yes, they got talent at each position, but a play like the last one to stay on the ball, as you see Dan Quinn there.
1st and 10. Pollard. And Fred Warner, who had 137 tackles on the season, holds him to 1.
Oh, 54. Fred Warner is like just one of those rare guys you don't see very often on the tape. He just stands out. He can cover anybody. I mean, like wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, and he just has great instincts.
Bootleg throw to Wilson. Slips through the tackle. He's got the first down and a whole lot more down to the 24. He got away from Mosley. And the Cowboys now getting a little rhythm going.
And this is the Cowboys at their best. I think they're the most difficult when they just hand the ball off and then next time just bootleg, like high school football. Like stop the run, bootleg, screen it, run it, run it, run it.
Wilson
play action
with his second catch. That was the longest play for the Cowboys so far in this game, 19 yards. On first down, it's Pollard right behind Smith. He runs, and Greenlaw ends it after 4.
And this is a big drive for multiple reasons. Another one is that it gives the Cowboys defense a break, a breather.
They need one.
They really do. They've been on the field. That's a lot. And just to be able to give them a break, if you're going to score a touchdown, it'd be better to go 12 plays than 2.
2nd and 6. Pollard again. This time nowhere to go. Gibbons on him. So now you got a 3rd down coming up for Dallas.
Well, this is the right tempo on this kind of drive because this D-line, is really one of the top D-lines in the National Football League when they know you're passing it.
And they just brought in
their
4 fresh defensive linemen for this play.
Yes, they do. And the big key is going to be watching this left side, right? We talked about Connor Williams having the most holds in the season. Let's see, Bosa's lined up on him. They're going to get a 5-man rush.
3rd and 6. From the pocket to the end zone and the touchdown. Amari Cooper. The Cowboys strike back.
Well, this was really easy because one-on-one, they don't leave him out there a ton. Williams was really good in the slot, but he gives up the leverage. You can't guard Cooper on the inside. That's way too much space. I mean, they don't go man-to-man a ton, but they did there trying to create the matchups up front. But Williams is not going to be able to cover Cooper with the whole side of the field. And a perfect throw by Dak and much-needed touchdown.
Yeah, the pass was perfect. Zerline with the extra point, and he knocks it through. Much needed. Cowboys 67 yards in 9 plays, ending. That's Amari with the Cowboy touchdown. Receiving team looking into the sun. Zerline kicks it long and out of distance for the return game to be a factor that time. Now, meanwhile, part of our parent company, Nickelodeon, showing this game. And you get slime every time there's a touchdown or a field goal. SpongeBob will give you the reaction here. Was the kick good from 53? Yes.
Do you know how long it took them to get that slime in here? Boy, they were working on that all morning. Oh, that took a long time in that break to clean it up.
And there's our teammates, Nate Burleson, Gabrielle Nevaeh Green, Noah Eagle, young Dylan down on the sidelines. From the 25. Garoppolo has time, fires it to an open Ayuk. Look at that zigzag. Gets a block from Debo, and he's all the way to the Cowboy 38. That's a gain of 37 yards.
This is one of the most unique plays. You're going to watch him come across the field. But look, it's an over, but he sees he's covered, and he turns up and digs. They use his leverage against him, and Jimmy just patiently waits it out for him. Wow, what a play design. Kyle Shanahan's play-action game, from his dad, Mike. I mean, really special.
Here's the toss, and the Cowboys converge for a loss of a couple for Mitchell. Trayvon Diggs' brother, Stephon Diggs, part of that incredible Buffalo performance last night. He is here in attendance. There he is.
Got to go support your brother. I mean, how cool is that, right? You're both in the playoffs. And you can feel, though, that it's nervous right there, and you got a family member. And Diggs had an incredible season this year. I mean, just crazy, right?
Unbelievable. They both did.
Yeah, they did.
2nd and 11. And for the catch, it's Juszczyk. His 2nd reception of the game. Well, Stefon Diggs and the Bills scored on their first 7 possessions last night. 7 touchdowns. You see Juszczyk in the middle of the field. 49ers have scored their first 3 possessions. Not all touchdowns, but 3 for 3.
Yeah, that's a key to winning, right? If you're able to score points, but like the ability to hold the ball. These are the plays right here, though. Dallas obviously did it. On the last 3rd down, scoring in the red zone. Opportunity for Jimmy to try and match that.
Still no targets for the decorated tight end George Kittle lined up on the left side. 3rd and 6. Pass deflected at the line. He was trying to get it to Kittle. And he took quite a hit. Gregory in on him.
Yeah, and Parsons really gets on Williams. Watch, you'll see the right side here, but it's the top of your screen. Parsons pushes all the way into Williams, into Garoppolo there, and allows Gregory Armstrong with it.
All right, Jay, he's already made one from outside 50. This is 52 this time.
Well, hopefully you didn't jinx him, Jim. Jim talking about how successful he's been. Good as gold, Robbie's been.
There's the kick. And the gold rush continues for San Francisco. 3 field goals in the first half from 53, 40, and 52 yards. Ryan Galvin, our extraordinary replay producer, and Mike Arnold, our director, who was a broadcast associate back in the catch game 40 years ago this week out in San Francisco. And Mike, our superb director, seen it all in this rivalry.
Yeah.
Tonight, Steelers and Chiefs. That's on NBC. Now, Chris Michelle will be there. Cardinals and Rams tomorrow. ABC and the Monday Night Crew getting ready for that one. Next week, the divisional weekend presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Here was the famous play called by Vin Scully on CBS with Hank Stram as the analyst. It would be the legendary Vin Scully's last football broadcast. What a way to go out with that one. He did a few more baseball games, by the way. Across the middle. And Cooper on the receiving end again.
Just a few.
Yeah.
Pressure right there. Niners don't do that much, but this is where the Cowboys have been really successful this year, getting up on the ball and getting to the right play. And Dak looks up here, and the teams sort of disguise this, right? Keep him down, keep him down.
It's 2nd and 1. And they're going to mark him back at the line of scrimmage.
Trying to get up there and just get an easy first down.
Jordan Willis prevented that, but he is still on the ground.
But basically, when the Cowboys get on the ball, Jim, it's not like always just for fast pace. It's to get to the right play. Dak studies the opponent, and a team who can disguise it has given.
His first-year defensive coordinator with the 49ers got a big play coming up here for his defense. 3rd and 1, Cowboys. 15 years ago, D'Amico was the defensive rookie of the year in the league for the Houston Texans. He told us he's more fun playing and it's more nervous coaching.
Well, he'd play right here, and he'd have to be the guy to go in here and make this play.
Elliott trying to go outside. Bad angle. Fighting through it. What an effort. Zeke, will he give him the spot? 49ers think they stopped him.
It looked like he got by. What an incredible effort by Zeke to have this 1-2 punch, short yardage, and then Pollard on the other stuff. But Warner was there, but nope.
He got the first down. He got the first down. 49ers lead it at the 2-minute warning, 16-7. Here we go with 2 minutes to go, and the Cowboys have been brilliant in the last 2 minutes of the first half. They put up 68 points. 49ers are best of all, 70. But here's the pass off the hands of Wilson.
And Dak just missed him. I mean, it really, Wilson's wide open. This is going to be a huge play. And the ball's just high and behind him. If he just throws it a little earlier, he could have had him. If he throws it behind 51 right there.
By the way, Cedric Wilson,
he would have been fine as well.
Cedric's father, Cedric Sr., played 7 years in the league, including 4 years with the 49ers as a receiver, primarily a threat in the return game. Pass thrown in the direction of Elliott. That play busted up really by Kevin Givens.
Yeah, and it's a screen pass, and Givens disrupts it.
Coming up, the Verizon halftime report. JB, Phil, Boomer, Coach Cowher. We'll look back at the early game, the Tampa Bay Bucks advancing to the divisional round. Highlights of this one coming up. Verizon halftime report.
Well, Dak steps up. He brings, motion him back in right there. Who comes in? No one. A little zone pressure. You'll have time to be able to throw this.
Dalton Schultz, who had a big year, tight end, has not been targeted in this game. Lined up on the left side. 3rd and 10. Prescott looks over. He finds Schultz. There he is. First target, first catch, and a first down. Pick up 12.
Well, this was a really fortunate job right here, but watch this side. They're going to overload pressure, and they're going to have too many guys for the Cowboys to block, but Zeke takes both of them and allows you to have the time. What a job by Zeke, giving Dak that extra time.
Pollard comes in for Zeke on a new set of downs at the 47. Back to Cooper. Spins around for a gain of 8.
It does feel like these playoff games, right? Especially against teams who are kind of close, evenly matched. It's like which quarterback under pressure, under duress, in these 3rd down critical moments is going to make the plays.
2nd and 2. They're bringing it. They pick it up and they go back to Schultz. Shoved out after another first down. 1:19 to go in the half. Cowboys with all 3 timeouts.
Yeah. San Francisco, you can see their plan, dialing up the pressure in a 2-minute situation, trying to get the ball out, and Dak does a good job finding Schultz when he pressure. You always love your tight end, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
You used to throw your tight ends all the time.
All the time. Always my favorite.
Yes.
Go-to guy. 78 catches on the season for Schultz. Go with 8 touchdowns. Here is the pass across the middle. What a hit on Pollard by Fred Warner. We've got a marker down in the backfield.
Most likely this will be a hold
Holding.
on 71.
Offense number 71. 10-yard penalty. First down.
And Bosa is down.
Oh, that's a huge. This is a huge moment right here for any 49er fan and for Bosa because, well, Collins should have got hands to the face there and then does tackle him down. Oh,
he got hit by his own teammate. Got hit by DJ Jones. Collided with one another. Injury timeout here in Arlington. Backed up off the holding call. Flushing him out and throwing incomplete. That was intended for Blake Jarwin.
Jarwin coming back, missing games this year, but right there just Dak throws it too far behind. I think he needed to get that ball out sooner because he was really wide open, but once he kept moving through it, Jarwin actually almost covered himself and made Dak have to throw it.
There you see the Cowboys, how they performed in the last 2 minutes. Scored 68, only allowed 6.
And Dak's so good here. He gets to the right plays, and you're going to see a pressure. He's putting out here saying, block 51, block 51. So now the center's going to move to the left.
2nd and 20. Oh, they're after him. Somehow he gets it away to Zeke. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Wow, this is a really interesting timeout situation. Williams comes up and obviously makes the blitzing, the ball have to come out. Dak does a great job getting it, but if you're Kyle Shanahan, I would actually not have used it either. This is actually exactly right for both teams.
3rd and 19. Across the middle and incomplete.
Right in the sun. That's happened before. It's like a perfect situation where
couldn't see the ball.
It's close to that. I think.
Yeah, we showed it in the return, the kick return, how the glare looking back that way.
Just watch. You can see Wilson. It looks.
And now the Cowboys will punt with anger for the 3rd time.
That's what he's looking at right there.
to the 5. It's right at the 5 and deadens. Beautifully done. And that's why Anger was second-team All-Pro behind the Raiders' A.J. Cole. Got the Verizon halftime report coming up shortly. There's Phil and JP. And watching this game, they're going to have their takes on it. Coach, along with Boomer. That's the Verizon halftime report. Straight ahead. You got 22 seconds. They actually spot the ball at the 3.
Well, and the Cowboys right there, letting the clock run, not using the timeout, doesn't give San Francisco an opportunity to come back down. And San Francisco didn't want to give Dallas, if they were to be able to actually do something on that play and get into a 4th and manageable spot, they didn't give them extra time, so it was the right play.
Hand off Mitchell. Curse is on him. And that takes about 7 seconds. Cowboys use the first of 3 timeouts.
Yeah, they're thinking, we're just trying to strip the ball right here and get, if you're San Francisco, this would be the time. You can't just down it, because you don't waste enough time off the clock. So San Francisco, very smart, running the football there, and they'll probably do it 2 more times.
Mike McCarthy, who served 1 year as the San Francisco offensive coordinator back in 2005 for head coach Mike Nolan. Of course, Mike's dad, Dick Nolan, was a Cowboy defensive coordinator under Tom Landry and head coach in San Francisco as well in the 60s and 70s. So now, Bosa, you see him on the move. Mitchell to the 11. Yeah, the thing now, you take the timeout. If you get enough time, force the 49ers to have to face that 4th down. They have to punt out of the end zone.
And try and get a block punt. You're exactly right.
Which the Cowboys have done this year. The Cowboys didn't have a block punt for the 5 previous seasons, and this year they had an NFL high 4 blocks, 3 of them in punts. The punting game. Credit to this guy right here, John Fossil Bones. And the first time Mike McCarthy telling us this was the first guy I hired on my staff.
Yes, he's been really good, very aggressive, just really well coached special teams unit.
He's getting ready for that scenario. He's all ready.
This one, you want to be able to extend this down to under 6 seconds, because you don't have to bring the punting unit on if you can go under 6 seconds here.
Well, that'll settle it right there.
Now it's over with no matter what.
That'll take us to halftime.
So what happens is if you go to like 5 seconds, as they let it run down, you can line up, roll out, and throw the ball into the stands. But you would like this start, right? This script, if you were Kyle Shanahan coming in.
16-7 lead on the road at halftime. Halftime is next after these first half highlights from Verizon.
Your legend is growing.
I'm really excited about this new chapter.
16-7. The kickoff. Tune in on February 13th for the biggest moments of the year. The Pepsi Super Bowl 56 halftime show.
The little mistakes, the holding penalties, the stuff that stops you. Because if they get out of their own way, the Cowboys are hard to stop. And then as far as the Niners, these first 2 drives are going to be huge, because I think Dallas is going to bring it at some point here and start to get going.
Let's get down to the sideline and bring in Tracy.
Well, Jim, Kyle Shanahan extremely pleased with that first half. His biggest concern right now, his edge rushers. Joey Bosa remains in the locker room right now. He is being evaluated for a head injury. Willis as well, we saw him limp off, and he has an ankle injury. They are unsure whether he'll get back in there as well. We spoke with Mike McCarthy, and he said it's the self-inflicted wounds they have to stop. They need to get a score here on this first drive.
Well, here they go from the 25.
Well, you saw when they tried to match up with Cooper in that first half, it was automatic touchdown.
And there's a running play for just a yard. Greenlaw waiting on Elliott.
That's why it's so important Bosa's out there, because their secondary is better when their defensive line is great. That's how they stop teams. Can't play man-to-man.
Almost 2-1 time of possession for the 49ers, who, with a win, would find themselves next week at Green Bay in the divisional round. A Cowboy victory would send Dallas to Tampa Bay. Remember that thrilling season-opening Thursday night game? That wild one in Tampa? That would be the rematch.
And that shows you how talented. Right then, you knew the Cowboys were for real. They stood, they took it, right? And they were like, whoa, we're not taking a back seat to anyone.
Over to Schultz. And he's decked at the 30 after only 4.
And Dak showed you coming off the injury last year, he was back. He was going to be fine this year. But this team, this is just one of those really difficult opponents because they're playing better as the season went on. They got healthier, and all of a sudden here they are, and they're showing.
Yep, the 49ers were 3-5 in the middle of the season and closed with a 7-2 mark and had to win at the Rams week 18, and what a comeback they pulled off to get into the postseason. 3rd and 4.
Self-inflicted wounds. We'll see if it's on the Cowboys. They've got to stop that if they're going to have a chance to win playoff
Offense
games,
number 52,
this one.
5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Meanwhile, the 49ers have had only 1 penalty in the game, have not allowed a sack, and have not given the football away. And that's that left side. Both moving early. 3rd pre-snap penalty against McCarthy's bunch.
It was just too much this year. When you're last in the league in penalties, it's like that's going to be how you get beat. Your weakness is how teams are able to beat you. And when all of a sudden it happens in a big game, as you see another one.
It's going to be against Dallas. Fred Warner knew it. He was excited about it.
Ball start, offense number 71, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So you go from a manageable 3rd and 4 to a 3rd and 14.
You'll see 71 right here. And that's just the mental aspect of it, you know? Dak is talking. He's going through trying to get to the right play. You're on the ball, and he's talking. You flinch thinking that was the snap count. So this is where teams have had some success. Mug these guys up, then drop them out.
Drop back to the 10. Stepping up and taken down at the 15 by Eric Armstead.
Dak trying to wait it out. Problem is, those 2 penalties make you have to hold the ball for a long time, and guys got to get 15 yards downfield. You'll see open right there with Schultz. I thought Dak could have ripped that in there. He was actually open on that play.
Boy, did that go the wrong way for the Cowboys in a hurry with those 2 penalties and then the sack, loss of 6. By the way, C.D. Lamb had 1 catch, was nullified by penalty. Anger is hit, and there's the flag. Benjamin backs up to the 30 and shoved out at the 33.
Wow, this is one of those. This could be a game type of change. When you look at the end of this game, if this is an actual first down.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker. Defense number 53. It's a 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Of the 15-yard variety.
Well, it's contact to the plant leg. That's his left, and yep.
Nazacha is called for it. Jay Feely, he was just brought up as practice squad activation here in the last day.
Well, Jim, the special teams unit is the weakness of the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan even told us, we're not trying to win the game on special teams, but we're trying not to lose the game. That's the kind of play that they can lose a game because of it.
On a 4th and 14. There's Elliott. What a nice move. His best run by far.
That's what they need to do. Run the football. So get in these throwing situations. The D-line picks up from the Niners, and we just said it. That's the play. The Niners and the Cowboys will look after this game, if the Cowboys end up winning this game, and saying, this was so in our grasp right here at this moment. Making them punts from their own side.
And failed out. Here's a 2nd and 1. And that picks up the 1st. Was mentioning it a moment ago, C.D. Lamb without a catch in this game.
Well, that's a focal point. D'Amico Ryans does a great job, Jim, of understanding what you're really good at on offense. Not necessarily saying we're going to take a guy out of the game, but he knows Dak Prescott and him have a great communication.
Dak in open space, turns it upfield and slides at the 46. And mark it back at the 45. That was a little awkward the way he took it to the ground.
Yeah, it was really good coverage on the back end. Let's see that high-level slide right there. You always get concerned when it looks funny. It looks like he's fine getting up.
Two extra linemen come in for this snap, and they put him in the backfield.
Ran it twice, threw it on the first one of the game, so I think they had success just handing the ball off to the right and then play action one time.
And here they go out of the big boy package. Going deep. Double coverage down here waiting for it. And it should have been intercepted by Jimmy Ward.
Wow, that was Thomas and Ward basically were having a you catch it, and no one caught it. I think they both thought this ball was thrown. Oh my goodness. Ward should have easily had that. Obviously, he's not as good as Willie Mays at catching.
No.
It's actually easier, I thought, for Thomas to catch that. He was tracking it the whole time, and it's over that inside shoulder.
Of course, Thomas had the game-sealing pick in overtime last week. And just his 5th career start to take him to the postseason. 3rd and 7. Staying in the pocket, hit when he threw it, and it sails wide of Lamb and no flag.
Well, here's the biggest thing about, being behind the chains is that this D-line is going to get to you. You may have a little bit longer when Bosa's out, but at some point, you're going to see Willis and this D-line get back there. They're in a wide 9 technique, which means they're really wide, and they're pass rushing on every snap, and very disruptive.
So they get out of there after that penalty. It could have changed things. It can change field position, anger, because it was going to be at about the 32. Oh, it actually hit the board. That actually hit the giant video screen, the 60-yard screen.
Jim, I saw that happen 5 times in warm-ups. It's going to be a replay. They'll re-kick here, and it's a reviewable play if they need to, but that was pretty obvious.
No, that's not obvious. That's 100% obvious.
So by rule, we replay the down, but it amounts to a do-over. It'll be 4th down. Please reset the game clock to 10:35. The clock will start on the snap.
Something you're a big believer in, Tony, the mulligan coming up.
I sometimes even use it when no one's looking.
Aha.
But then I tell you, I used the mulligan there. This is where you got to be careful. You talked about how good, John Fossil is. He's a very aggressive, special teams coordinator, and they run fakes a lot of different ways.
Yeah. They ran 3 fake punts this year. No fake this time. No contact with the video board, the base of it. And Benjamin, yes, that did change field position by 26 yards.
Well, it usually has a way of having the ball go further when it doesn't hit a wall.
It helps. 48-yard punt. There's beauty. Go for it for the 49ers. Yielding high returns. 16-7 lead. We'll start at the 7. Mitchell weaving and picking up 12 with a flag thrown in on the back end.
And this is a big call too, because you get a really good run, but I think 75 offensive lineman might have been holding Parsons.
Holding. Offense number 75. Half the distance of the goal line. 1st down.
It's Tomlinson there.
Tracy, what's the latest?
Jim, the news, Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers fear Joey Bosa is officially out of this game with a head injury.
Wow.
Remember when we had the 49ers at New England last year, we were talking to Kyle. Of course, Bosa went out last year with that ACL. And that's where the injury happened. He called it depressing playing without him.
And he'll play through anything that's possible. I mean, one of the great rushers in the league,
First and 13, and it's going to only pick up a couple. Went out and had the knee repaired by the great surgeon, Dr. Neil Elitrage, and came back this year, and, well, you would never know it. You would never know.
Now
he was out a year for an ACL.
Just shows you his commitment, work ethic, getting back, and then playing at such a high level. And that's going to affect this game, especially in a game where it looks like the Cowboys are going to they're going to need that extra 1/10 of a second, half a second on some of these 3rd downs. You're going to have to throw the ball. Every time this gets later, you're more likely to continue to throw. That's why the last possession and this right here is huge. Oh.
They whistle it dead.
Did they jump off sides again, Jim? Oh my goodness.
Someone was trying to time that up right off the center. Coming right up the middle.
It looked like it was Parsons.
I thought it was Parsons.
11, yeah.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 11. 5-yard penalty, second down.
Now 5 pre-snap penalties on Dallas.
The stuff you can control is pre-snap more than anything else, right? When you're running and flying around and trying to play hard and everything, you know, penalties can happen. But pre-snap is like, we always talk about, it's focus, you know, and it's a commitment, you know, to be together as a team, not just an individual. You're trying to make a play, I get it, but you got to make sure you don't give them something first.
2nd and 5. Play action. Garoppolo on the run and throws it in the direction of Juszczyk. And a little too high for the fullback to leap into the air and pull it down.
I mean, he's an incredible weapon. He wins. I mean, watch, he rolls out and goes up, and then all of a sudden, Jordan Lewis is covering him. But for a fullback to be able to like run
and catch,
it's crazy.
He's got 227 regular season catches as a fullback.
Yeah, that's nuts.
He is a weapon.
Here we go, huge play right here, 3rd and 5. If they don't get a defensive penalty here, they got a chance to make a stop.
3rd and 5. Dallas blitzing. Parsons trying to get to him. Pass got away, and Jennings has the first down. Had Brown in coverage, and that's 2 times big 3rd down conversions to Jennings in this game.
Oh my goodness, and he had a huge game last week on 3rd down as well, but the last 5 weeks, I mean, he's just been doing a great job. He's 8 for 9. Garoppolo coming into this game for 108 yards while targeting Jennings on 3rd down. I mean, that's such a high percentage, and today the big 3rd down early in the game on the out route, you know, that's 2 of them now.
Again, bootleg time. Pass batted in the air and incomplete. Almost. Chance to change the momentum. Kearse not quite able to get to where he needed to. Almost got to the spot.
And this is a really poor decision. I know it's a great play, but it really could have been intercepted by multiple guys. And whenever there's a ball that gets up in the air, this Cowboy team is feasting because they usually come up with the ball by the end of it. What a play by Lewis there. Actually, sorry, that was not Lewis, that was Kearse.
Best in the league at takeaways. Yes. Kittle has only been targeted 1 time, and that pass was deflected at the line. Never had a chance to get his hands on it. 2nd and 10. Debo surveying, taking off, challenging, taking on Donovan Wilson. Kittle throwing a block for him.
Well, that's why he's only been targeted, because they're really committed to the running game and knowing this is going to slow down this feasting defense, create turnovers. So watch Kittle come all the way back. And that block right there, I mean, you can see the intelligence to give up, not hold right at the end of the play when defenders are trying to get it.
Ooh, look at that block by Jennings on Diggs. Got a 3rd and 2 on the way.
It's a very physical football game right now.
Pressure, pass away, and the Cowboys will see the 49ers punt for the first time in this game.
Well, this was actually a great throwaway because no one's open, but it's a wonderful job by the Cowboys. Diggs got it by simply not allowing 11 to get upfield. Ayuk just couldn't move up, right? He's supposed to clear out. And once that happened, Diggs allows the Cowboys to get off the field with great press coverage.
Mitch Wishnowsky, who cleared concussion protocol just yesterday, was knocked out of the game against the Rams in the first half on a punt return. Alas, Gould had to fill in for him and did so in a commendable fashion. They flipped the field anyway with that one. 42-yard punt. Cowboys down 9. Led the league in total offense, 407 yards a game. Have managed only 125 to this point.
A great play action team on 1st down here.
Got the time and the target just not there, not open.
Just having to get rid of that ball early. Who's that?
Yeah, Commissioner Goodell, one of those in attendance today.
It looks like Tim Brown next to him, I think. Great wide receiver.
Who grew up in Dallas. On his way to Notre Dame and a Heisman Trophy career, then a Hall of Fame career.
Someone needs to beat Tim Brown right here for the Dallas Cowboys and make some kind of a big route catch yard after if you're a Cowboy fan.
2nd and 10, protected. Leads to the completion to Schultz. Cowboy first down.
And this was a good job. Dak Prescott staying patient in the pocket, scanning the left side. And this is where it's an option route by Schultz. Cover 2, go in the soft spot. Corner comes flying in, picking up the pace to get to the right plays.
Back to Schultz. Blocker in front, Wilson. And Schultz spins around and gets another 7 or 8. And Warner trying to help the officials a little bit, pointing out what he thought was an illegal block.
I mean, this is the #1 thing. If I'm the coaching staff for the Cowboys, it's no penalties. This is how they're getting, like, they can't come back.
Offense number 1, 10-yard penalty, first down.
And a lot of them are just, you know, being disciplined. It's not even effort or anything. It's like Wilson, like, he pushes him in the back on that play, and you know that's, you already blocked the first part, you already blocked him, and then you come in. That's 2 hands on his back at the point where the ball is right in front of you.
Everybody in the building saw that one. It's a spot foul, so it'll be a 1st and 15.
That's his day right there so far.
Wilson with 2 catches, Cooper with 4, Lamb with none. Run on him and take it down at the 18. DJ Jones once again.
Well, this is why those penalties are huge, because now you can rush the passer. You don't stay in phase. You don't have the ability to say run pass on this. You can rush, and you see the left side right here. Williams really just didn't have a chance. The left guard was Jones. Uses an outstanding. You can see this D line. If they know you're passing, it's hard, and those penalties are putting you behind the chains.
Well, they built a lot of this team around that defensive front, and without Bosa the rest of the way. Loss of 13. Now, Prescott hit when he threw it, and it's intercepted. K'Wan Williams able to jump in front.
Wow, what a huge play. If you're a Niner fan, this is starting to get really exciting. You might have a chance to go on the road and upset the higher seed. And Dak Prescott, I know you can feel that pressure right here. Each time it comes down, he lets this ball go and throws it to the outside. And Wilson goes inside. And really, it was the pressure by Willis inside that allowed that to be off the mark. Dak knows these possessions are getting away from him.
Yeah. Dak, over the last 4 games, had thrown 13 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is his first one since week 14. Added another touchdown pass today, but that one wasn't anywhere close to Wilson. And Williams, who's back for this game, comes up with a big play from the 25. Debo follows his blockers and takes off inside the 10. What a run! Touchdown, San Francisco.
Dallas, this is the moment right here. You are now in that position where it feels like your season is about to end unless things go perfectly, and you all of a sudden are going to find the motion goes here, and you'll see Van Der Esch goes with them. And when that happens, it creates a huge opening on that right side. And Samuel, the wide receiver, he's going to go ahead and find it at some point. Debo, I tell you right there.
Shanahan called him a natural running back. Here he goes this year and sets an NFL record for rush touchdowns by a wide receiver in a single season with 8. He's got one today, set up by the Williams interception. One play later to the end zone. His Cowboys are down 16. Still a 2-score game, but quick conversion off the takeaway for a touchdown by the 49ers. Dallas with 9 penalties in the game, allowing 3 sacks, and then that pick that led to the Samuel touchdown the next snap. From the gun on first down. Got a quick 7.
Well, you're going to see them get on the ball now. They know the sense of urgency here. You got to remember, a few years back in 16, they got down a bunch to the Packers and came storming back when that looked really bleak as well. And Dak right here needs to obviously have a good drive, but really just change this whole momentum feeling they have right now.
They haven't had a whole lot of that today. 2nd and 4. So after 7 to Cooper, that one incomplete to Lamb. Again, held without a catch. And the 49er pressure has been there throughout, Tony.
Yeah, you see the movement, right? These are called stunts. Guys twist. You go around. If you go toe-to-toe with the Cowboys, you have no chance. They're too good up front. But you try and get your matchups, and that's the one they wanted to attack all day, the left guard. And you can have a guy make a play there, but overall, right now, Dak's needed to get the ball out a little quicker. They've been a little late on certain throws, but then the other part is just this D-line has been incredible. You got to give Chris Kosarek, the D-line coach, a ton of credit.
3rd and 4. He spins away from Willis. And now looking for first down yardage, and he's going to be stopped about 1.5 yards short. That could be about 2 yards short.
This is a huge call right here. I mean, if you're aggressive all year, I'd go for it. You know, I would definitely go for this right here. I think they're going to come out with the punting unit. You see everyone covered here. Schultz ends up getting open there. Cooper coming back all the way in.
Well, the crowd's not happy to see the punting unit out there.
I don't even, it's not over yet.
I wasn't sure
They're
about
great
that
at
spot.
faking.
Yeah, that's true. I thought it was like within 1 yard, but they marked them 2 yards short of the first.
Yeah, that's
4th and 2.
Yeah, I would have gone for that one.
Punt caught by Benjamin. Another one well delivered by Anger back at the 8. 59 yards.
Got to be thinking 2-score game, right? So we punt it. Still a 2-score game at 16 right now. I can see the logic there.
Dion, T.O. 49ers, 4.5 to go in the 3rd. Up 23-7.
Wow. This is a huge moment.
Great tackle made right away by DeMarcus Lawrence. Let's get to Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
Well, Garoppolo today, similar to what they've been doing all year in the regular season, 48% of their attempts are in the middle, in breaking routes and toward the middle of the field. No other quarterbacks more than 38%. But how poised has he been today? I think he's played a really sound, really good football game because he's really overcome certain situations. You know, he's been fantastic.
He's 12 out of 18 for 146 yards.
But doesn't really speak to all of it because a lot of stuff has been covered. He's made good decisions. Only one throw at a chance of being intercepted.
There's Mitchell ripping off a big run. Almost able to slip out of that ankle tackle by Diggs. Again, Kittle threw a powerful block, and it's a gain of 16.
This is where all the blocking and everything, you're going to see the vision to kind of cut back, and Parsons has to go around. Parsons really having a great football game, but having to be asked to do a lot.
123 yards on the ground for the 49ers.
And that's how you're going to go on the road and beat teams, right? Is be able to have those kind of numbers.
There's Mitchell adding one more. Back to Jimmy G. And what he's done and all the psychology that goes into this year. Well, she was a bit soured on what the Cowboys were doing earlier, but now she's being notified by some friends that you were a hit on social media.
That's too much about me. I need more of a team atmosphere out of her. You know, she's down. We show her going to commercial on TV, and now she feels like ecstatic. I'm like, come on, the team's losing. You got to stay down until they come back.
Let's see if the Cowboys can make her smile.
And then the Niner fans, you got to be smiling right now.
2nd and 9. Oh, dangerous throw. Ayuk with the catch, and the Cowboys close in on him quickly. Both Lawrence and Kurtz, loss of 2.
On this Cowboy, you can see their speed. They pressure on this one. They're going to continue to pressure. It's been a team, you know, they're worst in the league in penalties all year, and they've shown that they're kind of similar today. Well, guess what? They forced the most turnovers in the league this year. So if you're a Cowboy fan, it's time for them to show that's who they are as well. They need to stand up and get something here.
Yep, they've had not a single takeaway. They came close one time on the Kurtz tip ball.
Yep.
3rd and 11. Down the field. Open. Oh, we had him.
Oh, my
Ayuk
goodness.
was all alone.
I mean, this was an unbelievable route by Ayuk to beat Diggs. It's an in-breaking and then right back post corner. But you see how flat he goes right there? Jimmy misses him, no question. He's just got to be patient and see the route because he really wins by a ton, but he wanted him to go a hair higher. And Jimmy knows he left that one out there. Jimmy didn't like that one.
Wishnowski, end over end punt coming to about the 30 and knocked down by his own teammate. Lamb holds on to it. Knocked down by Kelvin Joseph. Back in 30 after the, well, the Cowboys survived third down play that, who knows, it could have been a dagger.
It was a great play call. They blocked everyone up and just said, go win against Diggs, who's aggressive on the in-breaking route. The Cowboys smartly punted now, Jim. 2 minutes off, 2.5 off the clock, get it right back.
Prescott. Oh, he fumbles. He turned around and walked right into the 49ers. Ominahu. And another big loss for the Dallas.
Well, this is rare. I mean, he just holds the ball too long on this play, and as you turn, you can't, got to protect as you move like that. But Tyron Smith, I mean, he allows the lowest pressure percentage of any left tackle in the league. I mean, he's only given up 3 sacks in the last 4 years, Jim.
Wow, that's amazing, but that's a loss of 10. With a flag out. Lamb has his first catch. It might not hold up, depending on the flag. He had one 30-yard gain nullified in that first half.
And that's going to be on him. Just not getting up to the ball. Dak doesn't look out there. I thought he was moving. Just not being set, probably. 88.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 88 never got set. It's a 5-yard penalty, second down.
And that's on both of them, right? You leave the huddle, you're going to go all the way out wide. But you see right here, Dak just got to look out and make sure everyone's set. And Lamb has to get out there and get set. You know, you're tired. I know you're running routes and everything, but it's a combination. It's on both. Another pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, 6 for the game. 10 flags overall. And Ibukam is walking a little gingerly to the sideline. But it's a 2nd and 25 for Dallas.
Dak's going to have to put this team on his back. It's been tough today. I mean, the biggest thing is just hasn't made those special plays that we're used to seeing, and right now he's going to have to do something.
There he steps up and fires. Oh, that was a good throw. All the way out to the 38 to Wilson.
He had the same route earlier to Schultz up that middle seam, and he didn't fire it, and they took a sack, but this time he does, and he rips it in there. And that's the kind of throws that you need to make in a playoff game against good opponents, and he does it there. He has that ability. He just needs to keep doing it.
Still need a yard, 3rd down. And Zeke has it. His time is running out on the 3rd quarter.
I would try and get a playoff right here. Get up on the ball, sneakily run the football, so you can actually, clock's going to stop no matter what, but you don't, each play.
You need as many snaps as you can get down 16. Not in time. Oh, not in time. We go to the 4th with the 49ers leading it 23-7. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Cowboys down 16. First down. It's Wilson trying to put on the brakes and make a cut to get around Warner, but he's down right there at the 49. And there you see Jerry flanked by his sons Stephen and Jerry Jr. What's he thinking right now?
Well, he's nervous. They all are. I mean, they've done an unbelievable job of creating this team, right? This talent, this coaching staff. I mean, everyone, it's just their time is now. Their time is right now. I feel like the future for the Cowboys, it's not like the future, it's right now. Whereas back in 16, you know, Dak was in his rookie year, but they're healthy. You got Tyron Smith. You got the older guys. You got the guys in their middle years you paid. And then all of a sudden you got these young guys who are really talented, and you got a coaching staff. You might lose them, right?
After this year, coordinators.
This is a year you really felt like this is their best chance with having a top 5 defense.
3rd and 5. Incomplete. Cooper was short of the sticks anyway.
But that's where they've been depending on offense for so long. They've built this defense. Now you got that.
They're going to punt again here on 4th and 5 because it's a 2-score margin. You rethought that the last time they punted on 4th down.
I thought it was okay last time because they were down 2, but it's like I would be going for most of these now because the other side's going to play a little tentative when you have a lead. It's a quarterback. On that last throw, he just needed to hit him on the numbers, threw it a little out in front as Cooper just kept running. It's like they were just off on their communication, and it's like both their faults.
Anger with the fake. The pass is caught. It's caught for the first down. The Cowboys once again, and John Fossil able to come up with the trickery, and C.J. Goodwin hauls it in, and the Cowboys hurry to the line.
And that's what we said last time. I was like, they're not actually punting yet, Jim. When I told you that, I'm like, when they send Fossil and he sends a special teams unit out, that just means, are they going to fake it again?
Yeah, look at this. They keep the unit out there. They got Goodwin lined up as a receiver.
They're trying to get you to take a timeout. I've seen this. They're trying to get the defense just to steal a timeout.
Anger in the slot. You go.
So now they're going to send it out. So what happens is, you get a scramble. I'm Kyle Shanahan. I got all my guys out here, let's say the punt team and a bunch of people, and they keep that out there. It's like, we got to take a timeout. They're going to run a play. He wisely doesn't.
Boy, you go into a game when John Fossil's the special teams coordinator on the other side. You know that fake is always a possibility. That's the 4th time this year. They pull it off to give them new life, and now there's a whistle.
It's not another pre-snap penalty, is it?
It is. But here's the play on 4th and 5.
Well, it's simple. Just you run up and stop, and it's well designed. They've done this before. Let's bring Jay in, huh, Jim?
How about that, Jay?
Well, Tony, they were in defensive state, the 49ers were. They knew a fake might come, probably was going to come. It's just one man making a mistake, not doing what they're supposed to do.
1st and 15 after the delay of game. He's been on the run most of the day and throws that in the area of Amari Cooper.
So see, you have to give them time. So they tried to be a little trickery with the punting unit out there, and they come in. Now they got to get out of the way. Now that's like, the officials kind of got to move, but at the same time, when you want to take it down a long time, they have to allow the defense those seconds to be able to substitute as well. So it's kind of like, yeah, the official, get out of the way, have some awareness.
2nd and 15. Here they come. That got it away. And it's caught by Turner. Malik Turner. Now with a catch in this game while Lamb does not have one.
Wow, this was a great blitz off the edge to get a man coming free. Ward, and he gets a perfect hit. Dak standing in. An incredible throw to get it out there under extreme duress.
And now you got a 3rd and 9, Tony.
That was a big throw, though. If you have to throw that away or something, I mean, this gives you a chance.
Is Lamb one-on-one at the bottom? They're sneaking over.
Yes, he is.
Prescott going to the other side, and that is well handled by Mosley. As Pollard picks up just 2, and now you got a 4th and 7.
I could have.
They're going to go field goal.
I mean, this is a tough call, both sides. But Dak right here, it gets one-on-one with Lamb. You called it, Jim. He could have taken the shot down there, and instead he elects to drop it down.
Going to go Zerline.
Do you feel comfortable with him this year?
Well, we saw him week 2 hit one at the wire to beat the Chargers from 56 yards. 29 out of 35 on the year.
Yeah, I feel like he's really good, right? But let's bring Jay, because
Jay, his biggest issue's really been with PATs more than field goals.
6 missed field goals, 6 missed extra points. Dak said pressure is a privilege, but for kickers, pressure is cumulative. It builds with every miss. Certainly the fact for Greg Zuerlein. He's so talented, but it's all up in his head.
Of course, he had back surgery in the offseason, and even Fossil would say he's still trying to find the rhythm. But he did make that big kick week 2. Of course, he hit a game winner in an NFC Championship game years ago for the Rams down in New Orleans. That
Made that look easy.
No problem from 51. 23-10, just inside 12 to go. The NFL streams Tuesday exclusively on Paramount Plus. There's their line. This one only traveling to about the 10. Hasty. About the 26. By the way, Saturday on CBS, college hoops, SEC, Kentucky, and Auburn will get you set for tip-off with Inside College Basketball coming up Saturday right here on CBS.
I love that music.
Never gets old. And you know
you would love
just
March
around
Madness.
it.
If you got to be a part of it,
I would love to attend.
Actually have a great time.
Actually called the Final Four right here in this building back in 2014. Remember who won it?
Who was in the Final Four? Could you name all four?
Of course.
UConn won it.
UConn won the championship.
Back to football.
Back to football, and Garoppolo has an open man. There's Kittle. And Kittle takes it up to the 45.
Well, there's the next-gen stats in breakers. And what happens, you have to be aggressive. Watch right here. Parsons, 11. You're going to have to be aggressive at this point as they fake it. And he gets himself right out of position, but not because he got out of position. It's because the fake makes you go there. You got to pressure. You got to get back in this game. And that leaves Kittle right there. Kyle Shanahan, easy pickings.
Shanahan told us in our production call yesterday, if we could get to about 30 rushes, we should win. They're at 25 attempts right now. This is 26. Debo, again, what a threat he is. They got a marker out, though, at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this was an incredible job by Diggs. Like getting the hold penalty, if they do call it, on 11.
Holding. Offense number 11. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Ayuk right there looked like up here. He just was kind of holding block, and then Diggs ends up feeling.
Here's
that.
Ayuk.
Yeah, it's holding too long. That's a penalty.
You know, one thing
Little, but it's still, that's a killer.
Kyle talked about to us is about how the physicality of your wide receivers can really help dictate. Well, I've never heard anybody say something like that before.
You're right.
But he feels like that can really dictate the personality of your team.
If your wide receivers are blocking and they want to go run the football in between into the grind right in there, all of a sudden, who else can't, right?
Yep.
That's why they're tight ends, they're fullback. Everyone blocks in this team, and it makes it difficult.
Spot foul, 1st and 15. And Samuel again getting a carry. He's got a pickup of about 4, maybe 5, and we're going to Tracy.
Jim, the Cowboys would love to force a turnover here. Trevon Diggs leads the team with 11 interceptions, but dealing with a finger injury right now. He was in a lot of pain after that last drive. They taped it up, and he put some gloves on, as you can see, but still, certainly something to watch.
With those 11 interceptions, the most we've seen by an individual player in the regular season since Everson Walls 40 years ago. Had 11 for the Cowboys.
And you know, you can get a couple here and there sometimes, but you can't have anywhere close to that unless you have some incredible skill set.
Unbelievable.
He can catch it. He's a wide receiver before, moved to DB. Great decision.
Here's a 2nd and 11. Garoppolo getting away from the trouble and overthrows it, gets picked. It's intercepted. The marker's out. Anthony Brown has the pick.
Oh my goodness, this is what, Tracy, you just called it. They need an interception, goes the other side, but this penalty is literally going to determine possibly the football game in the season for both these. Is it against the Niners?
Holding. Offense number 66. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is an interception and a first down for Dallas.
It's just a bad throw. It's probably the worst one I've seen out of Jimmy here in recent, watching the tape. He just misses by 3 yards high, which is a lot on a shorter pass. And wow, the Cowboys needed something, and they got it. And that just gave a jolt to this stadium right here. To everybody at home. Think about the Cowboy fans jumping off their seat in that moment, and the Niner fans going like, no way.
taken over at the 28. That ball hawking defense gets its first takeaway here in the fourth. And Prescott wanting to strike quickly. Picks up 10 with the throw to Cooper. We'll spot him for enough forward progress, you got to think, for the first down.
Getting the time there. That's the difference. Kellen Moore does a good job chipping with Zeke Elliott, and wow, Brown, one of the biggest plays you could possibly make a playoff game, losing, needing to change it all, turn it around. This is getting fun for both teams and us.
Here it is from the 17 now. Prescott's throw, it's Lamb with the catch. Finally in the books, and that one was in traffic. And another 10-yard pickup, and they hurry to the line.
Yeah, but this is an awesome throw. I mean, incredible, just getting up and ripping it. That's the difference. I thought it was a little safe earlier, holding on to the ball a little bit. And now some of these big-time throws, that's what you got to do to win against a good front. First
red zone trip of the game for the Cowboys. Prescott looking for options, goes to the back of the end zone. And Cooper was the target overthrown.
Wow. Prescott has all day here, does a good job.
Warner is hurt. Clutching his right knee in agony.
Yeah, and that's not good. It looked like it was non-contact, Jim, which is never a good sign when you're not around anyone and it goes down. He's only missed one game in his career. That was earlier this year.
Training staff on him will step aside.
On CBS is sponsored by Indeed. We help people get jobs. New from Papa John's. Try the New York style pizza. And by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
We're back with a 2nd and goal. Warner rolled an ankle. Walked gingerly to the bench. Cowboys go draw with Zeke. And Armstead was waiting for him. Able to squeeze out 2, setting up 3rd and goal.
It's 4-down territory right here. I think no question. Kellen Moore, you hear that? Coach McCarthy probably tells you that's why you might run a ball there. But you got to watch out. In these situations, you're not going to run the same draw like you did in the last play, but normal drop back, have people come across the field.
On 3rd down, open field ahead. Prescott sees it and takes it for the touchdown.
And wow, what a difference, right? Bosa's out, Warner's out, and all of a sudden no one's there to chase down Dak Prescott, who does a great job of scanning the field and then taking off and using his legs. You're going to see him look to the right. Everyone's covered, and as he slides here, these guys got to be tired up front too when you're down a guy. D-line wise, been out there a bunch.
And now the extra point to make it a 6-point game. Zerline knocks it through.
Just knew this was going to get back to one of these moments, and here we are. Wow, Dak Prescott, great job on that drive.
10 points in 3 minutes and 51 seconds, and the 49er faithful, you know they feared just one thing. Would there be one bad throw that could turn the game? And that's what it was. The pick by Brown. The final 5 yards handled by Prescott. And all of a sudden, this game has suspense with 8 minutes and 2 seconds to go. This Thursday, it's a new episode of the #1 new comedy, Ghosts. See why critics can't stop raving, calling it drop-dead funny and thoroughly charming, Ghosts. Catch a brand new episode Thursday at 9, 8 Central here on CBS.
Talk about ghosts. He got the ghosts of the
I'll give you the ghost.
past playoff games.
How about the ghost of the December 1972 playoff game at Candlestick when the Cowboys were down 28-13 in the 4th. Staubach came in for Craig Morton and threw 2 touchdowns, including the winner to Ron Sellers, and a brilliant onside kick was pulled off by Tony Fritsch to win that game, coming back from 15 They were down 16 at the start of the fourth today. That was 50 years ago this coming December.
Got another chance to do that again here today. And they also did it in 14 against the Lions. That was a great game by someone, too.
By the way, a Super Wild Card Weekend continues tonight on NBC and concludes tomorrow night on ESPN and ABC. And then the NFL Divisional Playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Kickoff next weekend on CBS, Fox, and NBC.
To get there, you got to go through this moment right here. You've worked all season. For Jimmy G, this is that moment, right? We don't know if he's going to be back. Today has a long way of kind of determining where his future goes. Does he finish this game and take the 49ers to the divisional round, or does that mistake and maybe something here to happen change his future going forward?
He bounced back last week, in trouble, and avoids the sack, picks up one as Parson brings him down. Well, we talked to Jimmy about it yesterday. I don't know what to think about the offseason. I don't even want to think about it right now, but it kind of feels like this is it. He just knows that odds are very possible that he's next year going to be somewhere else, but it kind of feels like it had galvanized this team playing for him.
Not if he goes and wins the Super Bowl. He's not going anywhere. So right now you're going to see these are the plays. You're nervous, the emotion, everything. Your career's on the line right here. Your team's playoff fortunes, everything, the future. Ooh.
2nd and 9. They run it. They're waiting for him. Mitchell knocked down by Van Der Esch. And now you got a 3rd down with 7 minutes remaining.
Yeah, these are the moments right here. When I talk about a quarterback needing to make those game-changing plays under duress,
this is it.
Everything on the line. The season.
This is
lives are on the line.
Is this it, Tony?
This is it. Well, there'll be about 4 more after this.
Okay.
But this is definitely a really good start to it. 3rd and 4. Jimmy G, if you want to be back, if you want to have a lot of guys across the league, teams come after you if you're a free agent, you stand up in these moments like you did last week against the Rams.
Well, the Cowboys blitzing. They sure show it.
Gotta throw it.
Throws it on the mark for the 1st down. Caught by Jennings. Picks up 5. They needed 4.
They tried to disguise and play Tampa 2. They showed all-out pressure. And Jimmy G calmly stands in there and delivers to Jennings, who's now, you know,
Mr. 3rd down.
98% third downs.
3 catches, all of them conversions on 3rd down. Mitchell in the backfield.
Now you got something sneaky, right? You know they got to get all these guys in there, so you know what's coming. You can just hand the ball off with a possible big play.
Mitchell. And a flag comes in after a gain of about 5.
This is a major call because if you can get this back, but if it's defensive holding.
Holding. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Odigizua called for that.
You see 97 right there. There's the hold. That is correct. You don't let those linemen get up to the next level. The linebackers, that's going to be called, especially when the ball's going that direction.
That puts the football at the 39 with a new set of downs.
Does Dak get a chance? There's a lot of time. You got 3 timeouts.
First down, back to the ground. It's Mitchell for another 3. We got the State Farm postgame show after the game. JB, Phil, Boomer, and Coach, they're all on the edge of their seats and waiting for it to come back to the studio after this one for all the latest NFL news and information and their take on this game. State Farm postgame show. You know what you have here? You have Kyle Shanahan against Dan Quinn.
Defensive coordinator who was the head coach in Atlanta in the Super Bowl, and Kyle Shanahan was his offensive coordinator.
Exactly.
And they've gone against each other in practice a million times. What does he do, Dan? You can see.
How good is this?
Oh, they know each other so well. We're going to see who knows the other one better.
2nd and 7. They bootleg. They've got Kittle open. The pass was low, and Diggs is on him. Kittle fumbled it. The ball's out. The Cowboys recover. The 49ers have turned it over for the 2nd time in the 4th. Wilson ends up with the football.
Jim, I don't know. It looked like it hit the ground, though, Jim. If it doesn't hit the ground, the Cowboys could win a playoff game and have a chance to go win. But does it hit?
That's incomplete.
That's incomplete, Niners fans.
Incomplete.
Discussion, the ruling on the field. After discussion, it's an incomplete pass. Please reset the game clock to 4:36. It'll be third down.
Wow, that was so fortunate for Kittle and the Niners, and so disheartening for the Cowboys faithful out there. Oh, but it's still 3rd and 7, right? You still get a stop here. You can get the ball right back and have a chance to go down and win the game. But we talk about those big plays. The quarterback's got to stand up and do it under pressure.
This is the second
This
one.
is it.
The second one.
This is it. This is it.
Okay. Strike the other one earlier on this drive.
This one's more important.
This is it. Okay. 3rd and 7. Need to get to the 49.
Good job here stacking these guys. That way they can't get their hands on them. Someone goes up and then someone comes over the middle.
And there is a flag, and it might be pre-snap on the 49ers.
The D-line shifted.
Full start. Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty, third down.
What happens is the D-line shifts and the left guard kind of right here. So the D-line's going to shift right there. He kind of moves, thinking that's a pass rush. Pre-snap penalties hurt Cowboys all day, but who does it get in the big moment? It's the other way.
Now you got 3rd and 12.
They're going to run the same play, I think. I mean, you're going to watch the motion come across. Someone's going to go up here, and then a little motion underneath with the option route. In route with a guy right underneath.
Across the middle, ball in the air, and it falls incomplete. 2 Cowboys, Hooker and Wilson in the area, but what about the penalty flag in the offensive backfield?
Illegal use of hands to the face. Defense number 96. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Oh my gosh.
Called on Gallimore.
Well, they ran the route we thought. They went up and went to the middle. Dan Quinn was ready for it. And this ball probably could have been, you see right there.
Almost took his helmet off.
Yeah, that is the right call.
The 13th penalty of the game against the Cowboys, and the most costly one of them all.
Wow, and that ball, when it was up in the air, it looked like for 10 seconds.
Oh. It's hard to believe that a Cowboy didn't come down with it, but it wouldn't have mattered.
And 2 by penalty. I mean, this has been the story of the day, right? If the Cowboys lose this game, you can pinpoint one thing, and it was not being correct with the penalties on the
42, Mitchell. Heavy traffic right at the line of scrimmage, and the Cowboys down them. 4:20 to go. Clock running. Both teams, all their timeouts. Will it be Dallas figuring out a way to do it and advancing to Tampa Bay next week, or the 49ers? Will they hold on and travel to Lambeau Field and take on the Packers? It's a little early for tears.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think she thinks it's over already. It's not. You're still alive. But she also thinks it's over. It's not. It's still here. But right here, this is where you get to that Samuel type of a backfield. He's in there, and you give him some cool stuff and just give it to him.
There he is. In traffic, Parsons has hold of him and takes him out of bounds.
And out of bounds, which stops the clock, helping the Cowboys save a timeout.
Pick up the 5, and now, you know that really big 3rd down scenario you talked about twice?
Nope, I haven't talked about it. I'm going to use it here,
I'm
though.
going to tell you, this one is bigger than all of them. 3rd and 5.
You are right.
3rd and 5 it is. What does Shanahan have up his sleeve?
Well, this is where all season you run your best play defensively and offensively. They're going to play cover 1 robber, 1 safety in the middle of the field up here, and they're going to have 1 wrap player inside right here, and they're going to funnel everything toward them, and you got to have your best play on offense.
Need 5 for the first. Across the middle, and what a tackle. That is Van Der Esch keeping Debo a yard short. Samuel was fighting for it. There aren't many people who can take him down one-on-one, but Leighton Van Der Esch just did it, and it's 4th and 1.
Wow, this was an incredible tackle, and he's so close, Samuel. Like you said, I'd go for this if I'm not punting the ball. If I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm going for this. I'm at least going to try and draw him off sides for a team who's just had a ton of penalties. I mean, this is the team you would try to do it against, but I think he's going for it anyway. They're going to probably have to use a timeout here.
They go shotgun with 4 seconds on the play clock.
So they're taking the delay of game and going back 5 yards and punting.
Offense, 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Now they're going to punt. So that's for them trying to get them off sides.
Van Der Esch with the tackle of the year for the Cowboys.
You're not kidding. Expect the offside to come there. Nope. Van Der Esch stops it. They play intelligent football and defense, and that tackle, if the Cowboys come back and win this, that was it right there.
So it's a drive that ate up 5 minutes and 11 seconds, but the Cowboys get the football back. 2:51 to go in the game.
You know, these contests right here, look back at the catch, all these games. This is where legends, these are where the start, your career-defining stuff comes down.
Hold on a minute here. Cowboys are pointing to the 49ers side. Yep.
Offense number 45. 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
But for Dak Prescott, you have a chance in a playoff game to lead your team down, bring them back in a game that looked bleak. But you got to remember, this is where the stories are written right here, for these great opportunities that are right in front of him. He has one.
He has that chance. Wisnowski. Low driving punt back to the 11. Lamb wiggles away, but then falling on at the 16. Good coverage. Sherfield was the one who tackled him. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and a new report on who betrayed Anne Frank's family during the Holocaust. Followed by The Equalizer and SWAT. That's tonight on CBS. Largest fourth quarter comebacks, postseason history.
Well, Jim, you're without Bosa, Warner. If you wanted to come back against a team like the Niners, this is your best opportunity. You got their 2 top players probably out, but it's still going to be really challenging.
Prescott's pass deflected out of his hand. There was contact. Tracy, what do you have?
Jim, you guys mentioned Nick Bosa in the locker room with a head injury. Jordan Willis not 100% with the ankle injury. Fred Warner dealing with an ankle injury as well to that right ankle. He was really trying to warm up on the sidelines. They took the tape off. He is right now ready to go in. We'll see if he can come out here for this final push.
Wouldn't that be something? I see him standing with the helmet on at about the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 10. Steps through the pressure, launches up ahead. There's Schultz. Schultz at the 40. And on to the 49ers side of the 50.
Wow, what a big-time throw. Dak Prescott gets out of the pocket and just squeezes it over the top of Williams' hand. Schultz has had a lot of looks today. And look at that throw. One of the best of the day for Dak Prescott, and Schultz finishes it down. Wow, that makes everything. Jones family is excited right there.
They should be.
Season on the line.
That's the longest play of the game, by the way, for either side. That was 38 yards. And now from the 46. Trying to push the pocket. Dak trying to buy time, and he's going to be tackled. The loss of 1. That'll be the 5th sack of the game. That one by Gibbons.
Kellen Moore right there. Could be his last game coaching for the Cowboys. Could not be. You never know, but obviously going to get a ton of looks.
Can they get another play before the 2-minute warning?
Yes, they can.
And they do. 2nd and 11. Lamb! Whoa, that ball was in the air for a while. Ward not quite able to make a play on it. Got 3rd and 11 coming up out of the break.
That same thing happened earlier with these receivers. They got to be on the same page, but Jimmy G, Dak Prescott, one of these guys.
All around the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Can the Cowboys pull it off?
Jim, everyone's up in there. If he comes, you got to throw a slant quickly right over here.
3rd and 11.
You like to get up in there and then back out of it. Dak's telling him, if he comes, you got to run your slant.
Back, pressure from behind, flips it up ahead and incomplete. We've got a marker back at the 47.
That's never a good sign. It could be a hold.
It is. A
Now,
hold against the Cowboys.
Do you go 4th and 11 and decline it? Or do you go back to 3rd and 25? Ooh, that's a tough call right there.
I think 4th and 11 is a long way to go.
Offense
One
number
play.
77. That penalty's declined.
You got to do it.
Down.
You got to decline.
Wow. Well, here you go. I know they got 3 timeouts, Jim. But all of a sudden, if you give it at midfield, at best, you're getting this ball back, and you got to go the whole length of the field in 90 seconds at best. More like a minute and 15 or 20.
Here we go, all the way to the 36 to pick up the first. 4th down.
Are they coming? They're coming!
You bet they are. Here they come. They're on him. Desperation heave, and it's incomplete. He was open.
Wow!
Cedric Wilson.
Jim, D'Amico Ryans, they don't pressure much. Kyle Shanahan, he's got to go ahead and give that green light on something like this, and they do it, and they come after him right up the middle. You'll see. It's cover 0, which means all the pressure, and Jimmy Ward, Dak finds a way to get free and just throws that ball.
I mean, with
it was so
much
close.
pressure, it was a heck of a throw.
It was an amazing throw. That's why I'm like, I can't believe Wilson couldn't quite get back over, but it was hard.
Okay, so Warner bouncing around on that tender ankle. He's out here to celebrate with his defense, and now they take over at the 47.
Yeah, now you'll just go ahead and motion over. Just hand this ball off. Follow your guys left.
Mitchell up ahead. And just a gain of 1 in the quick timeout. 1:38 to go.
It's not over. Obviously, a first down ends it. Cowboys season over. You know, without something really extreme happening like a fumble and a snap. But I don't know. I want to hear about the post-game State Farm show.
Well, I'm glad you asked, because the State Farm post-game show is coming up. JB and the crew, Phil, Boomer, and Coach Cowan, are in the studio back in New York, ready to break down this game on the State Farm post-game show. That was the 13th time Prescott was hurried in this game by that amazing defensive front that's lost some players today. Not just Bosa, not just Warner, but also Jordan Willis. 2nd and 9, 49ers. Mitchell clears out, Debo in the backfield. They give it to Samuel. Wants to stay in bounds. And he does. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and another timeout called by Dallas, leaving them with 1. We do have a flag.
Oh, if this is against the Cowboys, it's over. I mean, could end the game almost. Well, not 100% over, but it's going to be hard.
Defense number 94. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Well, you'd like to say, I mean, I was watching that. I thought they could have called it live. I thought Gregory almost tackled somebody from...
That's 3 penalties on Gregory today. Remember, he was offsides on the first play of the game.
Right there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's...
And why? The question is why?
There's no reason.
Why is steer wrestling Brunskill to the ground?
Brunskill coming across, and that was... It's just today, the Cowboys... The Niners earned it, but the Cowboys hurt themselves so much today. How are you going to win? Ties team postseason. I mean, how are you supposed to win, especially the unforced errors?
Do the math for me now, Ken. Is there a way for the Cowboys to get the football back?
There is. So you got 2 timeouts. You're going to actually have very minimal. You're going to need to strip a ball.
Whistle again. Pre-snap flag out. It's going against San Francisco.
False start. Offense number 71. 5-yard penalty, first down.
So you actually could get this ball back, Jim. But the problem is you're going to have to go like 80 yards at least in under 40 seconds. And it's going to be closer to 30 seconds, which is doable. At best, you're going to have a Hail Mary opportunity if everything goes your way. And so you get 2 stops, right? 2 timeouts, takes it down to 1:20. At 1:20, you run a ball, you hand it off. That takes us down 40 seconds. All of a sudden,
you've got 40 seconds.
Yep.
When you punt.
And then by the time that's 6 seconds, everything goes, you'll have
That's
30,
half minute what they
seconds.
have. Best case scenario.
That's why getting the ball here is the key.
Timeout again. Dallas left with 1. So here's again the NFC brackets. We can head divisional week. presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. The 49ers can finish it out here. They'll have a game in Green Bay. They played earlier this season, by the way, week 3, September 26th, and the Packers won it on a Crosby field goal, 30-28 in the last minute.
That was a big win. Green Bay hadn't done that in a while. Rodgers talked about it at that point, but it just shows you the depth of the NFC. I thought there was, like, early in the year, you were like, whoa, there's 4 or 5 incredible teams. It's turned out San Francisco, there's been really 6. Maybe not that one dominant team in the league this year, but I thought this side had 4 or 5, 6 teams that could have been like 1 or 2 seed in other years.
John Lynch watching on the 2nd and 13. Getting free, and then Van Der Esch won't allow him to go another inch. Yeah, that was the game where Aaron Rodgers had no timeouts after Garoppolo had taken him down the field to take the lead, and he was able to maneuver into field goal range at the end of the game. It was some brilliant work, as we've seen all season long, by number 12.
San Francisco's a really tough matchup when everyone's healthy, okay? So Bosa, we're going to find out. I mean, if you're the Packers and Bosa and Warner aren't there, you got a lot better opportunity, obviously, even though the Packers are an incredible team. They've been really maybe the most dominant this year in the league, but you see, they're a bad matchup. San Francisco doesn't blitz much. They only rush 4 guys, and they can run the football. It's like, what quarterback wants to go against a team who bleeds the clock and can rush me with 4 guys?
Hard left trump ball, and an H delta, 39 top 10, 8, not out.
And now the 3rd down play, and the Cowboys are out of timeouts.
They're going to take their shot downfield. They're not doing that. This is a handoff. They're just trying to get trickery.
Timeout, San Francisco. They're first. It's a 30-second timeout.
I like it. You know why? Because I think when you're motioning and you're snapping it in shotgun, there's a chance that that communication on the road gets off and he could have fumbled and hit the guy in motion.
Here's Kyle Shanahan when his father was the offensive coordinator for the 49ers during that storied 3-year run where the Cowboys and Niners met 3 straight years in the NFC Championship game. He was just a young kid. He said he lived every year for the chance to go against the Cowboys, living it vicariously through his dad. And he was on the sideline in the '94 game, got his dad's pass. His dad went up to the booth, handed him his pass, got down on the sideline.
No, he didn't. That would be illegal, Jeff. No, he would never do that. But, well, memories that he's had, and this is going to be right up there. As you see dejection and just the season, it's going to feel like it was a failure if they don't get something to go their way at the end of this.
Here they come around with Debo, and blockers in front. He can close out the game, and he does if they give him the spot. And the spot is right on the marker.
Oh my goodness, Kyle Shanahan using the leverage against everybody. And let's see the spot,
There's
see
the
this
knee.
He stays up.
Oh.
I think it's going to be hard to overturn it. If his knee wasn't down earlier, obviously you got to take a look. But what a play call. The boy wonder's not so much a boy anymore with that gray beard he's got. But he is definitely a wonder, and he's shown it today. And how about...
Let's see where the knee is on the ground right there. Is it?
That could be...
The nose of it's right.
But where is that first down
marker.
exactly, you know?
Well, this looks like, just looking at the orange tab, it looks like it's just beyond that line.
Yeah, you have a real chance if the Cowboys can get a stop like that. Well, now we're going to see. Well, the only thing is if there's going to be...
Somebody going to take another look at that.
Yes, and they're obviously looking at it.
Gene Steratore, they're going to take, it's just too crucial to spot here. How did you see it?
The previous play is under review.
Got to review it.
Yeah, that you have to. And here's the thing, he could be short there. It looked like he actually was on that view, right?
Yes, it did. Gene, how did you see it?
You know what, guys, when I look at the replay and our line to game cam from the field, when you see the running back's right hand, the glove, he has a white glove on, it appears to me that that glove doesn't make the line to gain, and the football looks to be right behind that. I think this is, well, naturally it's very close. I think there's a chance that this may be short after review.
That's what we saw with the last review.
Yeah, and
last replay.
And what's going to happen then is San Francisco will take it down. I think this should probably, I don't know, that view looks like he got it easily.
But you can't see the knee until you look at it this way.
Right there. That would be the earliest. You see how that's to the ball right there, like to the line? That's at the very beginning of the line. So the ball should be basically, if he's actually down there, right at the start of that line. Right, maybe one more tick.
More, a little
there. So it's right at the start of that line, which then probably is another remeasure. It would be close, but I would say he's probably just short.
They have it marked right in the middle of that line, of that gain line. And you're saying it looked like to you it just got the nose of it to the line.
Yes, I think it was just short of the line, like as if you had a wall right at that start of it.
It'd be the difference of about a half a football.
It would be the difference in your season being over or still being alive. Yes, you were right. Half a football. And that's how much it was, right? I think you got to move this back. I thought there was enough evidence to move that back.
What a play call, though.
The guts. I mean, you can never say that he's scared.
The one word that comes to mind when I think of the 49ers under Kyle Shanahan is innovative.
It's a good one. They do an unbelievable job, Kyle Shanahan, of making the game simple for his players. And this is the key for all coaches, you know, the really great ones. How do you make it really easy on your players so they don't have to think a whole lot, but it's really difficult on opposing teams because they have to think a lot by your innovations of motions, formations, and such.
I got one for you. If they do move this back, if they measure and it's short, what would the decision be on 4th down? Would you go for it? Would you punt it?
100% you'd go for it. You know why? Because you have a quarterback who came from the Tom Brady school of quarterback sneaks, and he's 25 for 25 since joining
After review,
the Niners.
I will respot the ball and remeasure.
There you go.
Crowd's like, I don't know what that means. It means you still are alive, Cowboy fans in here. So I would 100% not ever allow them to block this punt. You're already far enough back. But to get an inch and your quarterback's 25 for 25.
Here it is.
That's about right. I do think that was the part of that line where I saw right up at that, maybe a centimeter back from that.
Biggest measurement of the year, and it is short by a Sterator index card. And maybe a little bit more.
They were already prepared for this. I think your quarterback sneaking it. And let's go ahead and see, because for you not to get an inch, the Cowboys, their strength is not on the inside, right? To be able to have size and someone just to bull rush into it. But for a guy, other than Tom Brady, who we know is the best quarterback sneaker, Garoppolo, 25 for 25. Clock's going to run all the way down. And you're going to take a timeout probably. You're not going to try and like snap this up perfectly. I'd let the clock run all the way down, take a timeout right before it hits 0, then go out and do quarterback sneak.
Waiting for them to go ahead. Good start the clock.
And a lot of people are thinking about punting and stuff, but a punt is one of their best chances of getting that ball back.
And they blocked 3 punts this year and returned 2 of them for touchdowns.
Ooh, they gave him 14 seconds.
Hey.
4 seconds. Now we're still moving. 4 seconds. Well, now do they? Now, is it stay at 29 or do they reset? So it'll be right here, 29 seconds.
The play clock should be at 25 seconds.
Ooh. So they really got 8 seconds there. They gave 4 from 1 minute to 1:04, and then they took away the 4 on 29. So you're going to have 38 seconds. Take the timeout. I don't like going up here and trying to time up the snap, right? Because then people are going to rush. You're trying to make guys sit in their stances, the old linemen. So just take it down. Don't even leave the huddle. Take a timeout.
And here it comes. You said Garoppolo went to the school of Tom Brady quarterback sneaks. I thought he went to the school of Tony Romo, Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, but my
they
sneaking legend around there is not necessarily on the football field.
We can only imagine. Trust me.
I'm just kidding. That was perfect. My kids, they know Dad was wonderfully in the library throughout his whole college days. And quarterback sneak right here. You have to, right? He's 11 for 11 this season, 25 for 25 since he's been with the Niners.
Percentages are pretty good.
I'm just saying, if you're perfect at something, you've done it enough times. And this team is not really that stout right, in the middle. It's not like you're going against a Vince Wilfork right there.
But can they summon a stop right here with the season on the line?
The other part is just sometimes there's a fumble. These things, that ball you try and reach over, some guys try and do.
Alex Mack to snap it to Garoppolo. 4th and inches. They move Williams to the right side. There is the sneak, and he's successful again. And there's a flag down.
Cowboys are getting this ball back. It's going to be a penalty on the Niners for not getting set. He just rushed it.
Ball start. Offense number 71.
Wow.
5-yard penalty, 4th down.
It's Williams
just has to wait. Remember I told you earlier about CeeDee Lamb and Dak?
Yep.
It's them together. You got to hurry up and get in it, and the quarterback's got to wait for you to get set. Problem is, a quarterback, they know your quarterback sneaking, so you kind of want to get it before they're ready, even though it doesn't matter that much. Well, you do have a chance.
Yes, think about what it took to get to this point.
This is a real chance, too.
It took a review, the remark, the chain gang coming out. I mean, a game of inches.
You want to talk about a miracle?
That cliche's never been more true.
You're exactly right. This would be the miracle of miracles if the Cowboys pulled this off after what's happened.
No real pressure on Wisnowski. Getting down and inside the 10. Ball bounces right in for a touchback.
First job down, Cowboys. You got it at the 20, right? Dak's coming out. You're just looking to get into the Hail Mary situation. For the Niners, this is actually a little uncomfortable in this regard, Jim. You got to protect the sideline because they're going to try and get 10 yards at every 4-second clip. Line up, throw an out cut, 3-4 seconds go off the clock. You can get 30 yards in about 12 to 14 seconds all of a sudden. So you got to protect outside and not allow them to actually, you should give up the stuff right there in the middle of the field.
They drop back beyond the 30. And that's the area they go to. Lamb gets it on the lateral, and he gets out of bounds at 24 seconds. And Lamb comes up hobbled. But he got the football out to the 20-yard pickup. He says, I'm not going to go to the sideline and stay there with this little time left. So he takes Noah Brown back to the sideline and comes back into the lineup.
What a play call. That was wonderfully executed. And they did it earlier, and they missed on the throw. A little different way of doing it. Same thing now. The defense is going to give up stuff right in that middle, but Dak's changing the play call. I think he's going to have him go up here and have 2 out cuts. Get that ball out quickly to the sideline right now.
Over to Pollard. Schultz out in front. Gets out at the 50.
So they're in Hail Mary range now.
They are.
There's never been a playoff Hail Mary before for the Cowboys, right?
Only 1975. The actual term Hail Mary was invented, was created, was Staubach at Minnesota,
Pearson.
1975 to Drew Pearson.
If that happens, there will be some devastated people. There's Niner fans and the organization. I mean, you have a sliver of hope as the Cowboys. You can throw this inside or outside. This is not a good job by the Niners.
Schultz goes out at the 40, and you're down to 14 seconds.
It's just they've given up 3 plays that have gotten out of bounds.
Yep.
And that's the first one that's been down the field out breaking. It's like you should always have one corner on the side that's at 5 yards. You have safety help who just backs up slowly, but he's always making you feel like, do you want to throw it over there?
Some confusion.
Now they do. Now they got their sideline. This is what they should have done.
49ers are confused here.
Play.
They got a timeout before the snap. They had a player substitution.
Snap, timeout, San Francisco. That's
they
their
were
third and final timeout.
out of position.
That was good because that would have been a free play where you could run around and throw the Hail Mary. take your chance, you know.
Cowboys have picked up 40 yards in a matter of 3 plays and taking very little time off the clock.
And that's really situational football. It's a tough spot because you don't want to give up the big play to get them down there. But if you just keep them in bounds, think about how much time. That's an extra. I mean, they can't get more than 4 plays if they kept them in bounds.
Well, you keep them in bounds now.
The game's over if they keep them in bounds. Dak has to get this out of bounds or he's taking a shot to the end zone. This is scary because I would take a shot to the end zone here when they're in the sideline defense because you actually can hold on to the ball. You need someone, San Francisco, to get to the quarterback here.
Prescott takes off running the football. Whoa, I don't think this is going to work out.
It will. They'll be able to clock this. They were planning for it. It's down. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, the official gets in the way. The game's over.
Gosh.
The game is over.
Oh, he did.
Oh, they're going to look at this.
It's going to be over because the umpire has to touch the ball. Of course, that's ridiculous for a game to end like that, Jim. Wow, I am livid if I'm a Cowboy fan and if I'm a Niners fan.
That's the end of the game.
The game is over. The game is over, and San Francisco survives and advances.
You called it. It was risky. They had time. Dak's supposed to go, but you're not supposed to go past 10 or 12 yards. Once you get into that 13, 14, the clock runs and gets away from you on something like this happens.
Gene, here you go. Remember we saw this on the play after the fake punt? The same scenario where the umpire got in the way?
He has to touch it, though.
Yep.
Dak doesn't realize. These guys don't realize he has to touch the ball.
Gene's territory,
you guys
your
are
take.
all over it, Jim.
Yep.
You and Tony are all over it. The umpire and official has to touch the football after it's set down to start the next play. And in this scenario, the umpire is going to get through those bodies and touch that football. Where he's spotting it is really irrelevant. It's a matter of him touching it and getting out of the way. And as we saw, time just ran out at the end of the game for him to do that.
What a bizarre way to end it. I'm not sure about the call, though.
Well, this is where you can't set your own ball as a center. You got to give it to the ref. Dak Prescott should have looked and found the ref. You can't give it to your center. So watch the play right here. Dak, find the ref. You got to give it to him, not the center. And then that's just. They were a little too risky. You said right when I played, Jim, you called it. This is very risky when he ran that quarterback sneak, which was an interesting call.
So the 49ers move on to the divisional round presented by Intuit TurboTax Live to take on the Packers next weekend. The Arizona Rams winner will be in Tampa Bay come divisional weekend.
For the season the Cowboys had to lose like this, it's just going to last a long time before they get over this one. A team with a great defense is out.
Another memorable postseason affair between the Niners and the Cowboys. San Francisco's first ever playoff win in Dallas. Coming up next, the State Farm postgame show for Tony, Tracy, and Jay and Gene. Jim Nance saying